Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We're going into some of the Labyrinth fights for the O Canada Challenge. So this is on the back half of the map, and I'm going to show 3 of the fights: Antman, Deadpool, X-Force, and Daredevil. So this Antman, he can glance a lot. I do have a 12% Mutant boost on. I did try the 200% Mutant power back boost, but yeah, you get like the tiniest hair of power back when you launch an L3 or an L2, and it's just really not worth it. But I do think the 12% on the specials is worth it. It doesn't cost that much loyalty, so whenever you try this out yourself, I think I would recommend running that, and it lasts for a long time, 50 minutes, an hour, or something like that. So you can get pretty much, half the run, or 2 of them done, and you'll get through more than half, almost everything. Maybe 3 of them would get you through the whole map if you had it on the whole time. So, strategy here: get to L3 first. Don't worry about anything else. Get to L3. Make sure you rebank that persistent charge that you get with the synergy for having Sasquatch on the team. You always want to keep those persistent charges up. Never want to let them fall off, because what makes Sabretooth so good for this is those Furies, and you do not want to lose those. Otherwise, you'll have to start over and re-ramp them up, and your damage output's going to be significantly hindered for, 10 fights or so. So yeah, after we get that L3, we're just gonna spam the L1s as much as possible. L1s has 3 hits, basically 60% chance per hit to get a bleed, so you can get up to 3, and yeah, get evaded and smacked there. That's alright. I'm going to heal back a lot of that damage, so it's not that big of a deal. But L1 versus L2, really, I don't know. I kind of did the first half of the map trying L2s, and then I switched to L1s, and I just kind of felt that the damage output was more, because you can get quite a lot of damage from those bleeds. If you get them procced. I do have max deep wounds, so it's going to add some time to them. So the bleed is 8 seconds. Max deep wounds adds another 2.5 seconds. So 10.5 seconds. That is 10, 20, 21 ticks of bleed times 600-ish. Depending on what they're hitting for. That's a lot of damage. So it's that versus the L2, which also has 3 hits. I kind of feel like the L2 bleeds don't proc as frequently as the L1. I know it's supposed to be 60% per hit regardless, but I don't know. That's just my experience. So I threw that L1 and I just missed a block. I'm not going to blame it on like the game with the dropped input or anything like that. I really don't even remember. This was 2 days ago, but yeah, I just missed a block, and yeah, that's all it took, and I got whacked. So I do heal back up a little bit, not all the way, and I got a pretty decent chunk off there. I did go pretty much almost the full evade, the full enrage timer. I could have got it a little bit more off, but I got about 700k, and so 44%. I really need to finish this fight off with just this one revive. Otherwise, I'm going to have to probably revive somebody else to finish it off, just so that I don't lose a charge, because likely it's going to be pretty close as to the health bar of where he's going to be, and if he's way too low, I recommend that if you die at the very end, or you just don't have enough of the enrage timer to kill somebody off and they're only a few percent, I would highly recommend that you do not go back in with Sabretooth. because you're not going to likely get to L3 fast enough, and then you'll lose your charge. And you know, I would rather just use a revive, or if one of your team members is still alive, use them and finish off the fight, so that way you can start the next one. You can just revive up Sabretooth, go back in, and you'll not have to worry about your persistent charges dropping at all. So yeah, we get the L3 off, and now it's just go time. We're gonna try to spam those special ones and hopefully get as many of those bleed procs as possible, up to 3. There we get 2. And that's where a lot of your damage comes from on the specials. I mean, you do get some decent hits. Typically, I think I've been getting around 11, 12k on the last crit of the special one. Let's see if we can get some crits on this. 5k, 5k, 11k. Yeah, so I mean, you can get, what was that? 5, 5, 11. Yeah, it's somewhere around 22, 23k. That's like the max damage with all of them critting. But then you can get that 600 plus bleed going for 21 ticks. So that's, 12, almost 13,000 per bleed. And if you get that times 3, you're close to 40,000 in damage just right there. So that's kind of what I went with. The L2, granted, it takes twice the time, twice the power to get there. It only has 3 hits instead of 2 L1s, which will have 6 hits, so you can get half the bleeds. But the last hit, it does go for like 36k if it crits. I think it was like 17k if it doesn't, and I can't remember the first 2. They're probably pretty similar, around 5k or something like that. So I just felt like the more opportunities to get bleeds is the better way to go, because I felt like that was better than relying on crits, because if they don't crit, the hits and the specials don't work really well. You can see, like, I'm just getting like whacked by the end of his L1. It was like twice in a row. I think it might even happen one more time, maybe not, but we're in that second enrage, and look at that timer. It's coming close. 5% left. Need him to throw a special. There we go. He throws it, and it's go time. Like, we get a nice intercept in there. Boom, we get an L1 off with 3 bleeds. I just need to kill him before that enrage timer goes, and it's so close, and we get it. So only 1 revive on the Antman, which to me isn't too bad. So I had a 12% mutant boost on for the whole fight, and then I put a 15% attack boost after that first revive. So we still have both of those boosts going, 12% mutant, 15% attack. And we're going to go on this Deadpool X-Force. I was trying to look at the abilities to see what his abyssal ability was. I thought he had like double rainbow, where he would have the power gain twice, but that isn't the case. Maybe I'm remembering something else, but I thought that's what his node was. But he does only get the power gain once, and it's just at the standard 30%. So I'm gonna try to get this guy down again in 1 revive. Basically 1,500,000, which is the health pools, is just a little bit too much health for Sabretooth to get down in 1 shot. At least that was my experience. And if you put on like a 30% boost and maybe did a 20% attack boost if you had that, and maybe if you ran suicides, I don't know how that would work with like specials, and because you could only throw so many special ones. I'm not exactly sure how that would work out, but maybe you could get 1.5 million health. I haven't really gone onto YouTube and see if other people have gotten a bunch of solos. I think you can also get more fury damage if you're really focused at banking a lot of the L3 furies instead of the basic 10 hit combo furies, because they're like twice as potent. So if you banked a lot more of those, and I felt like I did bank some extra ones, but yeah, so they're totally get whacked. No evade, no nothing like that. Just missed timing on the dash back, and that kind of stunk. So here we're looking at his abilities, and there's nothing here that shows anything crazy. So he just has the normal dropping below 30%, gives him that power gain. But we only took off 400k. So we have 1.1 million left, which 1.15 million. So that's gonna be close. Like, and I was like, dang, am I gonna have enough health? Not enough health. Am I gonna have enough timer and rage timer to take this guy out? That is the question. So, you know, when you do come in, because if you have Wolverine and Guardian on the team, you get those perfect block charges. When you hit those, the stun duration is elongated because you get that perfect parry, and so you can get like a 3 to 4 hit combo in and then start up another combo. So at the start of the fight, you use those to your advantage when you can to get some extra hits in. Yeah, so we get to special 3, and then it's just, let's spam those special ones. We hope that we get a lot of bleed procs. Hope that he's really willing to throw his specials and not wait a long time, because that's another thing. Like, in order to get off a lot of damage, you need the AI to be throwing specials, throwing them quick, because you don't want to be dancing around a lot waiting for them to throw a special. Otherwise, you're just wasting hit time. So, yeah, we're going to be aggressive, doing some dash back intercepts. we get past that evade, we get another evade. Man, Labyrinth evades. What a fun game mechanic, man. I'll tell you what, like, it will just throw off your rhythm, and you have to be ready for it at any moment. You can see, like, it was in 3 hits he evaded twice. I don't think he's gonna evade much the rest of the fight. But man, we are just smashing away. Deadpool X-Force's specials are very, very quick. They don't take a long time, so I think that does help with this fight to be able to get it knocked out. But you're gonna see it's gonna come down to the wire, and little spoiler, we do get him in this revive. So we did like 1.15 million health, and it went down to the wire. So trying to get an extra, 350,000 ish from boosts and suicides or whatever, I don't know, possibly could be done, but I feel like you'd have to be playing really aggressive. AI has to be cooperating, and I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem super worth it. I just kind of planned on having at least 1 revive per fight, as long as I played well and I didn't get evaded and smacked. Like, there's another evade. So we're at 27%. The enrage timer has, the second one has been activated, and we just need to go. We need to get some draft back intercepts off and special ones with triple bleeds. That's what we need. That one we only got 2, but 2's better than 1 or none. And yeah, you can just see we're in Assassin's range, draft back intercept, L1, we get 2 more bleeds, and we only got a little less than half of that enrage timer left. 11%. It's coming. Like, that enrage timer, it is quickly going away. And we're getting some bleeds. I do have max deep wounds, and the rage timer is almost gone. We get a bleed. Come on, throw your special, dude. Throw it. He throws it, and then I just back off, and the bleeds tick it out right before the final rage. So we did it. 1 revive, even though we messed up early on the first one. Able to get over 1.15 million health on that Deadpool X-Force, so that was pretty awesome. So next up, we're going in. I'm gonna put a few health pots in. I kind of want to stay under 50% because I do have courage. I think courage is only one out of 3, maybe 2. I think it's only 1. Let me check really quick. But I want to have that activated so that I can get the extra attack for pretty much the whole fight. So this one has class advantage. Daredevil doesn't have anything special. it's a regular Daredevil fight. Sabretooth doesn't have any hits that he can evade. I think possibly he could evade the rocks that he throws on the L2, but you'd probably have to not hit him with the first hit in order for him to evade that, so it's really not the biggest concern. Just get to the L3, rebank the charge from the Sasquatch synergy, and then just spam L1s. That's the name of the game. And I'm looking at my masteries right now, and I do have 2 out of 5. I have 2 out of 5, 2 out of 3. So I do get 15% attack boost when I'm under 50%. So I started at 50. The salve and the recovery mastery has pushed me over 50%, and that's still ticking. I'm getting 5 a tick, and so I've lost a little bit of attack until if I take some chip damage, and maybe I should have taken a block or 2 to get put under 50%. That would have helped. But again, like, I wasn't too concerned with that. It was basically like, just get 2 runs in, 2 solid runs in. You can take off half, a little more than half, and then do the other half, and then you're good, because there just wasn't really any way that I was going to get 1.5 million in one shot, so I wasn't really even concerned with that. So it was just try to get 800 plus on one run, and then do the other half on the other. So, but on this one, we do get them down to like 25% health, so we get like 75% off, which is pretty solid. We do get the class advantage. We are getting that armor break on every 10 hits, which is also going to help with the damage output. You can see my bleeds on this one are going for 634. Normally they were going for just over 600. So decent uptick on, with the class advantage boost that you get in here. So he's just about to end that first enrage timer, 130 hits. So, but that second enrage timer, it goes faster, and you cannot get another 130 something hits. It would be nice. It would be nice if they were about the same, but they're not. The second one is definitely faster. And yeah, we're just gonna try to get as much as possible. So we've already done 50%, which is great. Pretty much, you can do that again. You can do about 50% in the first enrage timer, and then get whatever you can get in the second. Hopefully you don't get evaded too much, don't take too much block damage, because in that second enrage they do hit quite a bit harder, and they can, if you get tagged, it'll pretty much kill you. And yeah, we're getting some good damage. Draft back intercept. The AI is pretty predictable. Like, if you can get them under a bar of power, you can draft back and intercept pretty reliably. They're most likely going to throw the special, and then you just kind of keep going. So here the enrage timer is going to go, and instead of hitting him, I'm going to let these bleeds tick out, because I'm getting some good damage, and he's not not getting a special 3, and there we go. So 20, yeah, so we got 76%. So that was pretty solid, in my opinion, to get off on one run. That was, we got at 1.5 to 350, so that was 1.2 million. That's not too shabby. That was a pretty solid attempt there. So we're gonna revive, put a 1 health potion in. Again, we got those 2 boosts going, 12% mutant boost on his specials, and then a 15% attack boost. And we're just going to try to get to a special 3, and then shortly after that, he's not going to have too much left to deal with. We do want to get to that special 3 before we kill him, which we should have plenty of health to do, as far as health on him. And yeah, once we get that L3 off, then we just play aggressive and throw those special ones. That's the name of this game. After Sabretooth is all ramped up, his damage output is pretty awesome. I mean, he's got medium crits and stuff for 5-8k and stuff like that. So, I think the lights are like almost 6, and the mediums are like 8, I think. So yeah, he's got some pretty solid damage output. And yeah, we're just gonna get him down. We're under 50%, which is nice. We got courage activated for the time being. I think we're gonna get him with another special 1 or 2, and those bleeds are just gonna melt him away. And then we're gonna move on to the next fights, which is the video that I've already posted with Venom, Iron Fist, and Civil Warrior. So check those out. I have the Maestro fight also uploaded. I think I did fairly well on that one, 4 revives. And yeah, thanks for watching, fellas. And I will see you guys in the next one. Definitely skip over that Wolverine. Don't go to Wolverine X23. Thanks. Peace out.